This is not a debate competition. This is not a game to know the winners between the proposers and the opposers of this subject matter. This is not to reach whether what is good for the goose is good for the gander. No, this is a public agenda. An SOS call to all the men out there. This is a question coming from the tired lips of a 14-year-old boy who is eager for the truth to be shoved down his throat and be planted like a seed in his heart. This is the debriefing session between a man and his son in a major uniform. Who is a man? I found dusty pictures of my father and his father before he is telling me a man is the oldest and latest technology of God's creation, conjured in the bursts of divinity in time so his lifespan can be measured. He said, a man is that seed in your mother's stomach, skin like a time bomb to explode without minding where his sharp nose will land. Who is a man? My father's father said, a man is that boy at age 3, he has mastered the act of bringing alphabet together so as to make a sentence at age 16. He had 6 things, he did 6 things, no wonder why they couldn't just understand John 3:16. At age 25, he's now a prodigal son, forsaken by the father, a wandering sheep abandoned by the shepherd, same blood but not same success DNA. The weight of depression is crushing him into oblivion, and now he's drawing the seeds of sorrows, clinging on to alcohol and drugs as his life rap. Not until he's being dragged through Golgotha by loan sharks to repay all the debt he owes and probably confiscate all the collaterals that he has pledged. And when the masculinity dies, the Pharisees that are too far to see and Pharisees that are too sad to see will still question the originality of his manhood. So who is a man? My father in the interrogation room said, a man is one who first of all his masculinity can be questioned. He has learned by wisdom like David to number his days so he can live longer than Methuselah. They say there's nothing beautiful about a man's naked body. My father says that's a lie. How about his burdens? Are they too ugly to be looked upon? Anyone who thinks a man's naked body is too ugly probably missed the eye appointment with their eye doctor. The body of a man is the masterpiece of nature, sculpted by life experiences and challenges. This is my father's intelligence. The body of a man is a canvas of characters, crafted by trials, tribulations, and triumph. The body of a man is a strong fortress, standing tall like an Iroquois tree against every adversity. The body of a man is a landscape of stories, edged by tears, laughter, and adventure. A man's problem is no different than his burdens, so he liquidates them into cash for family and friends. The thought of a man is an asset, a land filled with treasures he can't afford to lose. They call him a weightlifter, so he has learned to put his hands to work so he can be able to foot his bills. Who is a man? My father in that room said, a man who is one who has taken responsibility for himself and extended that responsibility towards others. He now knows that fatherhood is an office and every father must come to work on time unless he wants to be sacked. He said, this poem is for every 14-year-old boy who is faced with the challenge of becoming when it's not yet time. My father will always say, a clean broom always sweeps clean, but an old brush knows all the corner. This poem is for my son. Coming up in the womb of his mother, there's a lantern in my father's house. It has gray hair, it had beards, its eyes are getting dim every day. It walks on 3 legs. This lantern is me.